very interesting speech about a topic that I wasn't really familiar with, geocaching. How many of you had ever heard of geocaching before? A few people. I must be out on the outs in the new technology era. Beth, I thought that you did a very nice job with your delivery. You have a very pleasant delivery, and since I first saw you speak back in class, we're in the same class together, I think that your confidence has come a long way. So I want to congratulate you for that. I saw that you implemented some of the suggestions from our communication class, like the titles with lowercase letters, since that was beat into our heads, that you don't use capital letters in your titles unless you absolutely have to for proper names and such. Very interesting from a communications professor. The one thing that I would have liked to have seen you implement from the suggestions in class was a little bit more cueing, as far as setting up the next slide and saying, well, what is geocaching? What types of things would you find? Click the title, bing, there it is, types of things you find in geocaching, and then your list, and you go on from there. I also would suggest that you cut down on the amount of text that you have. I noticed you had a lot of, sometimes blocks of text, and you tended to depend on that a little bit. And because you tended to depend on it, your approach to the audience was a little more 90-degree-ish than I would like. You were sort of like reading off the slide and then coming back. I would like to have seen you be at a little bit more of an angle like this, and you know what's on your slide, so that when you click the button, you can either read it off this part of this slide, or you just glance quickly, and that will increase your spontaneity and the flow in your presentation. Another suggestion that I have has to do with your screenshots of the geocaching site. Some of them were a little on the small side, and you had the circle around the entry that you had. But I would suggest that you take an even bigger screenshot of that. So show the macro version of it, so the whole website, and then spin out that little section into something bigger on the same screen, so that we can read the entry easily. So I think you were getting to that with circling it, but if you could just pull that particular piece out, blow it up so that we can see it, I think that would make it easier to read for everybody. Beth, I thought you did a very nice job. You articulate very clearly. Your confidence is increasing in each presentation, which I think is great. And I thought that you met all of the objectives today. Congratulations. Thank you.